That's Real Shaz for entertainment purposes only. Opinions are our own. Jokes are jokes. And stories are shared with respect. If you're easily offended, pull up a chair, sit on the floor, and relax.
James crack a joke out of laughing like fools. Terry talk the truth, breaking all the rules. Just important whiskey, going strong. Chakay in the kitchen, gone all night long. We alive now. Turn that pop out, that's real shot. It's up, that's how we roll. Laughing, sipping, stirring that soul. In Acadiana, where we all give. That's real shot, let the good times spin. YouTube, Facebook now, open to let's go. James cracking jokes, can't hold it in. Sandy shining bright with that Acadian grin. Just a living spirits, one pour at a time. But shut your southern love, the flavor of our real life. Say hey in the chat, pull up a chest. All the floor, that's real shot, we serve. That's how we roll. Laughing, sipping, stirring that soul. Acadiana, we all family. That's real shot, we alive. You see, clapping hands, stomping boots, sing too. That's the Trinity. Bless this house in this unity. Praise and bless us and let the music play. That's real shot, we alive today. That's real shot, we should. That's the way we roll. Laughing, sipping, stirring that soul. Acadiana family. That's real shot, we alive. You see, that's real shot, we alive. That's real shot, we alive. Junkie, we family shot. Roll up a chair, sit on the floor. Facebook here to number 2. Let's go.
What's up, everyone?
Hey.
Another Tuesday night. That's Real Shad
What's
coming at you
happening,
live
everybody?
from God's Cove, Louisiana. Yeah.
Current off topic. What's up, guys?
What are y'all doing?
We're sitting here going live.
I
We're
wasn't
working
talking
on
to
it.
you.
What are you talking
To
to?
the people out there.
Well, why
The
you look
people
at us
out in
whenever
the
you
world,
talk?
in the space.
They don't want to hear from you.
I don't. Oh, okay. You want me to cover my eye? What,
Yes,
what,
please.
What y'all doing? What y'all up to, people?
Good job.
Not a
Good
damn
job. Good job. What's up?
Punk.
Oh, listen to that mouth.
You act like you're walking around Walmart.
We do this in Walmart.
Actually, they do.
Poor Mickey. He's never experienced that yet.
No.
He's never experienced me and Tammy in a store whenever she's stealing and I'm calling her out in the middle of it. That's what happens right there.
Steal.
Yeah, you over there trying to steal them facial creams.
Oh, look.
Be like
Chris Logan.
$20 a bottle. Let's
that
not
was
worry
a-
about that. We're gonna put that at 5-finger discount.
That was an accident.
That's what she said.
Accidentally on purpose.
Almost none is here.
Hey, Priscilla.
Yep.
Hi, Priscilla.
Well,
Priscilla, I seen what you did to me today, Priscilla. That's just like, why do you even want to put that as your Facebook thingy?
I know.
Almost none.
It's because it was hot and she had the fan on and she seen the picture.
Whatever, man.
You know why she almost
She
says,
probably scared of that fan.
you know why she almost says almost none?
Yeah.
Because she was almost a nun.
Yeah.
And then she figured out what nun meant.
Yeah. And then she's like, I can't have none of that.
She want none.
I can't have none of that. So I got to go the other way.
Let
Yeah.
Justin's on.
What up, Hodge?
What's up, Hodge? What it do, Chef?
All right, Tammy, you want
But
to
he
start
still
the
got my
monologue?
bail money. Shit, so y'all keep it up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Boogie, woogie, oogie. Tonight, Shot, we sitting down with somebody a whole lot of people in Louisiana done woke up listening to, laughed with, argued with, and probably yelled at through the radio speakers at least once in their life.
Or 3 times.
Yeah.
I know.
Especially when they didn't win them tickets.
Yeah, I know a couple of times I might have yelled. Anyway,
Yeah.
From radio to podcast to building media brands in Acadiana, tonight we talking about the life, the journey, the chaos, and the stories behind Chris Logan. Yay! And what happens when the world changes around you, but
Yeah.
you refuse to get left behind? Pull up a chair, Sha, or sit on the floor, whichever way you want to do it.
Yeah.
Because tonight we're sitting down with the legend.
All right, Couillons, welcome back to That's Real Shy. And I lost my place. Where the drinks stay poured, the stories stay real, and somebody at this table is always one sentence away from getting us cancer. Tammy. Now let me introduce this
Can you
crew
say
of
anything?
misfits. We got the man who somehow turns whiskey into wisdom, or at least he pretends to,
I do.
Justin East.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Justin.
Hey.
We got the one saying exactly what everybody in the comments are thinking before they're brave enough to type it. T Birdie herself, Tammy Lonche,
Why you have to say my last name?
because it's written on the paper.
Oh.
Well, you talk about Donna with that, not me. And then you got Chef K cooking it up, keeping everybody fed, organized, and stopping this whole thing from turning into, well, complete chaos.
She
Right.
did some good
It'd be rough.
roast tonight.
Yeah, she did.
Mississippi, what?
Mississippi mud
Roast.
roast.
They was pretty good.
It was good. You never had that before?
Nope.
I've done it before at the house, but I ended up putting the whole jar of pepperoncinos in it. So the vinegar and the juice. So it got a little vinegary. It was good for me, but Tammy's like, what am I eating? What am I eating? What kind of strange food are you feeding me?
Whatever, man.
And apparently, and like always, I'm the only one bringing facts nobody asked for, but somehow you keep needing them and you ask for more.
Amen to that.
Mr. James Army.
Well,
But tonight, Chef, we got someone special at the table. We're sitting down with a straight Louisiana media legend, Mr. Chris Logan, a man whose whole lot of people around Acadiana done listened to on the radio, followed online, watched evolve from different areas of media, and somehow kept it real through all of it. So from radio to podcast to building Chris Logan Media. Tonight, we're going deeper than the microphone. Oh,
It's getting deep.
I don't know, dude. What are we doing here, man? What I signed up for?
What's that? Donna, ain't nobody need to go
Hey.
microphone deep. That's not right.
leave Donna out of this, and we forgot the whiskey whisperer. What am I?
We ain't forgot him. I'm pulling up a chair, I'm sitting
Hey,
on the
look.
floor because tonight we got the whiskey whisperer
I came
himself,
undone.
Mickles, in the
Oh,
house.
No, I
So guess what? We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna get real. And we're gonna talk real.
I thought I was
That's right. Look, my joining fans, right there, right there, right there.
whatever.
Oh, both of them.
Right.
Oh, they not here. Oh,
Who? I didn't even hear it. What?
So
What?
Now,
Your fans ain't even here.
now,
That's true.
Your
now,
fans not
now
here.
Chris Logan's wondering what he got himself into.
He probably thought that from the moment he clicked on the live link. He'd be
Well,
like, ooh.
I listened to y'all's show a little bit, so I knew what I was
Yeah.
going to get into. So I'm here
Okay.
for it, man. I'm here for it.
Well,
So
God bless you.
I have to be real. This has to be the real story. It seems like that's the key word tonight. Real. Y'all keep it real.
Real.
I mean, if you want to make up something on the fly, we won't know the difference.
We
So,
wouldn't know.
you know, whatever comes out, comes out. We're going to pretend it's real.
I like keeping it real, man. I like shooting it straight.
Yeah. So speaking of keeping it real, we got some money. We got to collect.
Yeah. We gotta host a little video from
Well,
Toyotech of Acadiana.
Our sponsors need some.
No, we need some
We
money.
need
Our
some money.
sponsor needs some business.
You're right. They
You're
do.
right.
Well, I guess that means they need money too.
They do. They do.
Somebody donate us
Somebody's getting money
$2.
out of this. So
I'm willing to sell some feet pictures. If you go to my
Ew.
OnlyFans right now, I got a brand new code going on.
Don't
James's Feet 2026. You'll get 20% off of your first month.
There you go.
I got canceled already.
all right, let's hear from Toy Tech of Acadiana.
Did you know your Toyota and Lexus dashboard uses 3 different indicator light colors? Each one means something different. Yellow lights, like the check engine light, ABS light, traction control, or low fuel light, indicate a system needs attention soon. The vehicle is still drivable, but an inspection should be scheduled. Red lights, such as brake warning light, airbag light, battery light, or the critical low oil pressure light, signal a problem that requires immediate attention. These warnings should never be ignored. Green lights simply confirm that a system is active, like your headlights, fog lights, or your turn signals. Understanding these colors helps you respond correctly and keep your Toyota and Lexus operating safely and reliably.
This month's Little Bit sponsor is Toy Tech of Acadiana. You can find them at 224 Jarrett Drive in Broussard. For expert Toyota or Lexus service, stop by and tell them That's Real Chat sent you. Thanks for supporting Loco. Amen to that.
Hey, right. Send us some more funding.
All right.
One on the end looks like he needs to eat something.
Who needs to
That's you.
That's you, buddy.
That's you, cuz.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Cody, who's also on there, is asking what we drinking tonight.
Well,
Oh,
we're
show it off.
drinking
Show it off.
the Maker's Mark Cash Strength coming at 110 proof.
Nice.
This is the POW version, if I remember.
Prisoner of war?
Yes.
Salute the soldiers.
Yep. It salutes to the
Oh,
soldiers
okay.
brand. Pretty damn good. Well,
I mean, I wanted to.
it was full before when we started.
It's
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know
really-
where it went.
I'm sipping my tea like Kermit because y'all getting wild tonight.
okay. So we have Priscilla on tonight. Hi, Priscilla.
She says IKEA sells replacement hip kits. I need to look into that. Someone send me a link. I'm willing to take a donation. Old strippers need support too.
Yeah.
Hey, Worm. And Cody. Cody's on there. I see.
What's up, Miss Carol?
Else.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dustin. Oh, I did see
You got Hodge on
Candace
there.
and Hodge.
Yep.
You got Candy on there.
Hey, Candy.
Yep.
We got everybody in their mama and their mama.
John Bouchard?
Boudreaux.
Boudreaux? I misread it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, how y'all doing, Nick?
Michelle.
Michelle, we doing all right?
That's what he says.
All right. So before we get into the radio and the podcast, we want to know the pre-story, Chris. So we want to start from the beginning.
Okay.
And we want to know who your folks.
How's your mama and them?
Yeah.
They good, man. I live in Church Point. I grew up in Church Point. Graduated from Church Point High School, so I'm a Church Point boy through and through. My office is here now. So I'm a Church Point guy, man. Kind of just grew up normal. Born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, got drink in the 90s. Stared at paneling on the wall in the 80s, and everybody thinks they big fluorescent, carrying the boom box and doing all that stuff. Dude, all we did was stare at paneling all the time. That's all
That's
we
right.
did.
And most of the time, it was that old wood paneling they used to put in every houses from the 70s.
Yep. But
So
yeah,
what was
man.
childhood like for you, brother?
Growing up, dude. Is that what you asked me? I'm sorry. Growing up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
childhood.
man, it was. I think I had a regular childhood. For me, in my teenage years, I really got into skateboarding. That was a lot of what I did, and riding bikes. Obviously, I didn't have a big fancy bike. I didn't have like a Mongoose or a Diamondback or anything like that. But did a lot of bike riding, man. But skateboarding was my thing.
That's cool.
And a good thing for me at that point when I was growing up, my dad, which my dad's still working a little bit, building houses. And
Yeah.
so there was wood laying around all the time, dude, and tools. So we were able to build ramps and do all that stuff. And we were able to skate and jump
You had
ramps,
the half pipe in the backyard.
mini half pipes and all that stuff. So all in all, man, I guess I had a normal Acadiana childhood, thankfully, I guess.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
All right. So, what was your first job?
My first job was
If
working with
it's
my dad.
legal.
Yeah.
Huh?
If it's legal.
Oh, it was, man. It was legal. I remember working with my dad as early as he could wake me up and I could go to work with him during the summertime, man. I was probably 10, 11, 12 years old. And I wouldn't do much at that point, but I'd pick up trash
Mhm.
and kind of help out, bring 2x4
Yeah.
and just do little things like that. But man, I was working with him building houses very, very early on. And I thought that's what I wanted to do.
Priscilla says you're a Cajun Tony Hawk.
I
There
wasn't,
you go.
I wasn't that good.
Right.
But thank you. I'm honored that you would think of me that way, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, swinging a hammer. I did that every summer when I graduated high school. I went straight to work with my dad. I didn't go to college or anything. And it's funny because, and I don't know if this is a question later, but like for me, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a pharmacist.
Okay.
Really?
I wanted to be a real one. There's not a street pharmacist or anything like that.
Right,
That's what I wanted
right.
to be. And then I guess my senior year hit and I forgot all about being a pharmacist. And then I decided I wanted to work with my dad. So I worked with my dad. I graduated Turks Point High in 1993 and went right to work with him. I didn't even go on a senior trip, God to honest truth. And then I probably worked with him till around 99, till I got my foot in the door in radio.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We got a question from the audience.
I see that.
Uh-oh.
Hunter wants
About
to
the time he jumped over Sonny's Fried Chicken with a skateboard. That never happened. I didn't jump over Sonny's Fried Chicken. I got arrested in the Sonny's Fried Chicken parking lot.
Oh my.
Yeah, that might be a
Good
story
time.
for later, maybe.
Yeah. So what was your first entertainment like radio? What was your first radio or behind the microphone kind of job?
The first behind the mic kind of job for me was mobile DJing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, which is crazy. Like, and I guess, man, looking back now, I guess a lot of it was influenced by my dad. A lot of what I am right now, I guess, my work ethic, all that stuff. But he was a mobile DJ, and he didn't do it a lot. He did it just every so often. And I remember this was in the 80s, man. He had bought this mobile DJ system. It was just like some old speakers, and it was like 2 turntables and a realistic mixer. And he had a bunch of 45s, man. And that's really what started my love for music. And, and coming up in the 80s around here, man, like my family, my grandparents, I grew up around a lot of 80s country and Cajun music, to be honest with you. I mean, that's really around that time what I grew up on. So I got a soft place in my heart for 80s country and for Cajun music as well. But that was really when I started to really fall in love with music. And man, coming back and I don't want to be nostalgic, but dude, back in the day, man, there wasn't as much to do as kids are doing today, right? We didn't have a phone, we didn't have an iPad, we didn't have anything. What do we do, man? Like we lived with our radio. That was how we got a lot of entertainment. That's how we discovered music, everything, man. And I guess for me, that's really where it started, messing around with 45 records and playing around with my dad's stuff. He would set that up every once in a while in our garage, and I'd play around, and that's where I started.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Miss Priscilla's asking, who gave you the first start in radio?
Who gave me my first start in radio? That would be Dave Steele. Dave is still around, doing some radio stuff for Town Square Media right now. He's been there forever. I see Marcus made a comment. Yes, Planet Radio 96.5 was the first station. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they want to get into that right now on how I got into radio. What was all that?
Yeah, we'll get a little further down. But so did you always know that would be a path for you when you were growing up? I know you said you wanted to be a dentist.
A farmer.
Pharmacist. What was the difference?
For a little while.
When you dealing drugs.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they kind of go hand in hand depending if you're on the street side of things.
Yeah.
But still.
Nah, man, to be honest with you, it wasn't really up until probably the late 90s. Even, mid to late 90s when I started DJing a little bit more, because probably, I mean, when I was in high school, I DJ'd a few parties. Coming out of high school, I was still DJing a few parties, DJing at some bars, and I started getting into weddings. So that was when I really started to get more into music. And then that's sort of what transformed me of wanting to be on the radio. Look, and I was always a little obsessed with music. I was always somewhat, I don't want to call it obsessed with radio. But man, a big inspiration on the radio side was Bobby Novosad, dude. It's
yes,
you got some people that love him, some people don't like him, whatever. But I mean, he was our Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Back in the day, man. And like, got to talk influences. And, for me, it was Bobby. And way back then, man, late 90s, he was so on top of his game. He was so much more advanced than any other DJ that was on the radio.
Yeah. So that answers the next question.
It absolutely does.
Yeah, influences, man. And I remember, kind of like listening to Condon and LeBlanc. I thought that was cool too. And what I thought was cool about them was the fact that it was like a morning show, but they did it in the afternoon. They had an afternoon show on 100.7.
My thing was Delilah.
Delilah, you like Delilah?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was my thing, man.
I can never get into Delilah, bro. She was too soft.
It was her voice, anything.
That's when Justin was on them 1-900 party lines.
That is true,
He
too.
was listening to Delilah on one with the radio and had that phone up on that party line.
I had to make money.
I don't think you made any money. Your mama paid money to be on that party line.
That's true.
Them 1-900 numbers. No.
Donna's not here.
Whoa, hold up. Hold. Where you been?
Hang it up.
Where you been?
She's been gone for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something wrong with this conversation.
She came from.
Look,
I'm gonna hide her. I'm gonna put her back in the closet. That's it. She's going back in the closet.
look, we're going to. We can't say that on the radio.
Oh, well,
No. Okay, I'm hanging up.
All right.
Better hang it up.
Donna calls every once in a while, and she
can't
riles
help
everybody up.
She riles up T-Birdie. Look at that hair over there. She looking like a wild bird right now. Her hair's like whoa,
like a rooster,
like a moose.
A rooster ready to fight.
Leave her hair alone.
She looked like a red rooster. T-rooster.
All right. So, did Louisiana shape your personality to what you are today? You have that Cajun influence that kind of puts you into your show now, or not really?
I think, yeah, man. But and I've told this to people before, and this is something that I've always strived for since I got into radio. Like I wanted to be the guy that like people just wanted to have a beer with. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to be a guy that people say, man, I'd love to hang with him. I just like to have a beer with him or go hang out on a patio on a Saturday night like that. I just wanted to be, and it's kind of cheesy, not really that friend, but I wanted to be that kind of person, and then, but we have that a lot here in Louisiana, right? People hanging out, bonfires, cooking on a Friday or Saturday night or watching a football game or whatever it is. It's just that that friendship that we have, even if it's with families or cousins or whatever. It's just getting together and having a good time. So I guess that part of it kind of shaped me a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you first realize that personality was for entertainment?
Dude, that, it's not a tough question, because I'm gonna be honest, or it's sort of a tough question, because I was shy growing up, man. I wasn't a big open personality growing up. And wasn't really over the top. Like, I remember a couple of my friends, or a couple DJ friends, a DJ with in the clubs or something, and I told them I was getting into radio, and a few of them were like, "Wait a minute, you, like, dude, you hardly talk." But man, it's so different. I think sometimes personalities or DJs, whatever you want to call them, that are on the radio, man, a lot of them are more introverts than extroverts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
because when they go home, they got to rest and relax and get quiet. And
but then when you might see somebody out in public and you expect them to maybe be what they are on the air, and it's not that they're being fake, but it's just not like that all the time.
Yeah.
Correct.
And and it's also easier. And I know for me, being in the studio, right, or being by yourself is different. Because I remember starting, you don't have anybody physically looking at you.
Correct.
Right? You don't you have ears and eyes on you, but you're not actually seeing them. It's not like being on stage, let's say at the Cajun Dome, where there's thousands. You know that there's that many people listening, but that's not what's in your head.
It's very different.
It's a veil.
Yeah. And that sort of breaks the shyness for some people too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of broke the shyness for me. And dude, I remember this like it was yesterday. And I was filling in. When I had started out, I worked for a couple different stations. I was working for Comcore, which right now is Town Square Media. So when I got on part-time, and I did like some weekend work, and then I also started filling in. So when somebody was on vacation or something, I would fill in. And I remember on KTDY, God rest his soul, Steve Wiley was on vacation, so they asked me to fill in for him. And it was one of my first times being on the air during the day. And JC was doing the afternoon show at the time. And I remember him calling me. We had, like, every station has a hotline. So it's a number that only the staff members have. So if you need to get through, then you can call that number. So the hotline rings, and I'm like, oh man, like, what did I say? CJ bitch me out. But it was JC, and he's like, hey, bro. And I'm like, hey, man. And he was like, I just want to let you know that you're on every radio at Circuit City.
Oh,
and
wow.
Dude, like, it threw me into this weird space because it became real.
Yeah.
Like, it became real. Even though I knew people were listening, it still wouldn't hit you as real. And when he told me that, it hit me, and I'm like, dang, bro. Like, and then I kind of got like shy again, It's like, damn it, you tell me that. But then you're still in the room by yourself, and you can let your personality out. But yeah, I remember it kind of threw me in a weird space of like, oh, damn. Because we all been there, right? You walk through Circuit City or Best Buy, whatever it was back in the day. They always had one station on, and it was cranked up, bro. And I was like, yeah, man, that's me. Like, it's never.
It's kind of eye shocking, just kind of mind blowing.
Yeah, it is.
Come to that realization that, okay, all these people are listening to me.
Yeah.
Did you like hearing yourself talk?
Huh?
Did you like hearing yourself talk?
No, I hated it. It took me a while to accept it, if that's the right term. It really did.
I know for me, it was hard to listen to myself, but because I had to, because I make the reels. But I started nitpicking myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I got to stop doing that. And
Yeah.
and that's why I like about stuff about now, because we started paying for more platforms. We can use AI and stuff to edit reels pretty quickly. So I don't have to sit there and listen to myself and nitpick myself. But I still got to go back and edit because AI is not 100% perfect.
No, not by any means.
No, man, it's not.
No.
It's terrifying some days.
Yeah.
So what about Mr. Earl?
Oh, yeah.
So
my boy.
Mr. Errol is he's the star of the show, man. Mr. Errol is the maintenance man here at Chris Logan Media, and we now have him on the show. So he's like he's like the guy. I see somebody in the comments said, "Will we ever get a face reveal for Mr. Errol?" And I don't think no. I don't think everyone's reveal his face.
I will say this: if you pay attention to there, sometimes you might get a glimpse.
So if you're paying attention, absolutely. If you're paying attention.
Because I have it like when I'm at work, I have it y'all playing, and I'll comment sometimes and stuff, but I'll have always have y'all playing. And every once in a while, I'll see Chris Logan, Mr. Errol lean over where the covering him, and you see him,
and then you don't.
And then you don't.
Yeah. Mr. Errol. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, hey, Miss Karen. Hey, Chastity. We got people watching, y'all.
So I know you said that you grew up with like classic country and Cajun music, but what bands really just kind of opened your eyes, or what artist in general just kind of opened your eyes up to the broader scheme of music? I mean, you know, you're basically on rock and alternative for quite some time. So I know you love the music, but what bands or what songs or what artists just kind of like opened that up for you?
Dude, I am like a music schizophrenic, man. I'm not gonna lie. I am, but you know, on the rock side of things, you know, like I really took to the Pearl Jams. You know, for me, I really dug Stone Temple Pilots. Like out of all, if you call them the top four, like for me, it was Stone Temple Pilots. I really dug them. Scott Weiland, dude, is like for me the ultimate front man, you know. Or like Perry from Jane's Addiction is also like the ultimate front man too. Like just these rock stars, man. So that was, you know, like that early 90s grunge rock. That was sort of what grabbed my attention as well. You know, the classic Soundgarden, you know, even a little bit of Nirvana. I don't on Nirvana, but I mean, I dig Nirvana. But you know, out of those early bands, STP was the band that really did it for me.
Yeah, somebody put that in the comments.
They put on a pretty good great live show.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
I miss all those front guys, man.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Do you find music the same now? I mean, I know it's evolved and it grows, but I don't know. It's just not that same. I know it's a whole new era of people and emotions and feelings. It's just not the same for me.
No,
but I mean, I grew up on, you know, like Three Doors Down and Matchbox 20 and all them guys.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't feel it's as raw or real anymore, man. I really don't. You know, like it's
a lot of it. They're just trying to sell records instead of just writing their hearts out or whatever.
You can't.
You know, this might sound cheesy, dude, but I mean, like, just think back. A lot of those, bands, and whether it was rock or ballads or, you know, rock ballads or 80s ballads, they had feeling, man. You know what I mean? They had feeling. You might have heard a song and you're like, dude, if the DJ plays that song at the middle school dance, I swear I'm gonna go ask that girl to dance. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
A lot of feeling to lyrics and melody and the songs, and we really got into them, dude. I mean, go ask there's no song right now that a middle school kid would say, oh, bro. I mean, there's no middle school dances, but there's nothing right now for a middle schooler to feel.
Right.
You know, to me,
right.
there's no emotion in anything. I don't know.
And most music nowadays, they really don't tell a story anymore either. A
Nope.
lot of times it's okay, this rhymes with that, and we could just make it work. And
Yep.
sometimes when you really stop and look at the lyrics, and it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wait, what
We
Priscilla
have-
says?
We have a Chris Logan challenge.
Oh God.
$25 in a jar. Dang.
Yeah. We're gonna auction off Mr. Earl's foot pick for
Ugh.
Jared.
Don't start talking about that dude's feet, man. That dude, he got
Probably
some
crusty.
disgusting feet. Ask Brock. Brock had to clip his toenails. That was one of the most disgusting bits we ever did on the show.
That's a punishment. Like we did the Tins unit.
Yeah.
They did. They trimmed their feet.
Y'all want to do that on this show?
No,
You want
we
to trim
don't.
my toenails? I'll let you.
No.
You can give me a whole mani pedi right now.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe next show. Maybe next show.
Okay.
Hey, how much has radio changed since you started?
So,
Oh,
yeah.
dude. It changed a pretty good bit. And for me, even coming in when I started learning, it was 1999. And when I got in, I didn't go to college at all for it. What I did, and I remember seeing, it was an ad for a magazine, ad in a magazine. I forget which magazine it was. Might have been a music magazine, and there was something about the radio and recording connection, and it was about being on the radio and taking a course to be on the radio. And what they would do is, like, you didn't have to pay for the course until they set you up at a radio station, and they did work to set you up, because the biggest hurdle was getting your foot in the door back then. Because think about it now. Like, I got in 99, even before that, and from 99 until now, just about every major radio personality is still there.
Correct.
Like, there's been some change, but not a ton. And so, you know, with the market that Lafayette's in, it was almost considered like a stepping stone in radio. You had DJs or personalities that would come up, and they would come up from a smaller market, hit a medium, small size market like Lafayette, jump again, and then just trying to, gain a bigger market until they finally make top 20, top 10. And so it was just really a stepping stone. But man, here in Acadiana, we didn't have much movement at all. I mean, lately there's some personalities that we know, and they might have gotten let go because of cutbacks or what have you. But really, not many major personalities have made the decision to leave Acadiana.
Right.
And
it's roughly, like you said before, in the last 20 years or so, all your most popular, DJs on the radio, they're still around.
Yep. So I got into the radio recording connection. They got hooked up with Dave Steele, who at the time we were Comcore with what's Regent now. And Dave was the production director, and he had worked a little bit on Planet. And Dave was kind of like this utility guy. Dave's still kind of like a utility guy. And he was the one that took me on. And I got this big binder, man. I think I still may have it. And so I was supposed to do all these worksheet stuff at home. And then I'd have to go meet him at the studio, and we would do some stuff over there. Then I would have to record some pieces that were in the workbooks, and then we would mail it back to them, because it was in Los Angeles. I mean, there was no like email or anything at the time. And so I'd have to do we'd record these air checks, and I'd send it to them. And then I had to do like this final little fake show, and got that done and sent it back to them. And they said I graduated. And then I ended up getting a gig at Comcore Radio.
Nice.
Wow.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And then I started.
It's crazy how it changed.
Yeah, come back to like how it changed. So this was 1999, and this was sort of the beginning of the MP3 era.
Mhm.
Because when I got there, there weren't any more carts. So like the songs weren't on CDs or the cassettes weren't on carts. A lot of the music and the commercials had changed to the automation system.
Yeah.
And the weekend shows, which is where I started running the weekend shows. So if you remember, like on let's see, when I was running some stuff on Planet. So like on Planet, it was, what do we have on Sundays? Well, I worked on KTDY. So on Saturday mornings, I would go like at 7 and I'd run, I think it was Jim Brickman's Saturday something or the other. And then there was like another John Test show after that. And then those shows actually came through the mail on CDs. They actually came on a CD. And they weren't ripping those into the system yet. So somebody actually had to be there to press play on the CD, run the commercial. So I was doing that on Saturday. Then on Sunday, I would do Dick Clark's Countdown on KTDY. And I forgot there was something else that ran on Sunday. Then I would hang out at the station for a bit. And then I finally got a little afternoon show on Planet. And then Dave Hubble, God rest his soul, he would come in and he would do his show. Or I think maybe before Dave's show, we did maybe Jed the Fish, or there was one of those shows, and I would run those shows on CD. They would come through on CD and run those, And then it probably wasn't until the early 2000s where they started ripping the shows and putting that in automation, and that went away. But I started doing that. And then I started doing live part-time shows. And then in 2002-ish, maybe 2001, 2002 was when I got the night show and Planet.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What was your early struggles in radio? Like once you already had the job and you were sitting behind the booth, behind the mic, what were some things that you really struggled with or you felt like you struggled with, and maybe nothing nowadays?
No, I mean, nowadays, I'll be honest, man, I still struggle a little bit. Back then, probably the biggest struggle was time, I believe, of hitting your breaks because your program director wanted you to talk only a certain amount of time. And the other thing was actually hitting the post on the song. To where you could hit the intro and then you would say Planet Radio 96.5 and then Scott Weiling would start singing, whatever it was, So it was that. And we were doing it all live at the time. And I would say that's probably it, man. Just the timing of breaks and the timing of hitting the post on the songs. Because that's some of those old 80s DJs, 90s DJs, dude, that was an art form, man. If you ever want to get lost in some old school radio stuff, like go to YouTube and type in like 80s top 40 radio. And that's like art, dude. It's so freaking awesome.
They were on point every time.
Yeah.
Just smooth.
And they were pukers too, dude. Hey, like Laser 94.5. Like, hey, bro, a little bit, dog. But I guess that would be it, dude. It was time, probably the biggest adjustment. Oh, well, I can't talk for a minute. I got to talk for 45 seconds. Okay.
And like trying to talk and then watching a clock and like,
you'd be surprised how 45 seconds lasts when you're trying to come up with something to say.
But when you have something to say, it's really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your most embarrassing moment?
Most embarrassing moment
besides Mr. Earl.
And his toes.
And I probably had a few over the years. Early on, embarrassing moment, man. Early on, and it's just like a couple things I remember, dude. And this was one. Like I had, and these are some of the same headphones that we had back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were sitting down like by the console, by the mixer, and it was time to talk. And you would take the headphones, put them on your head. So I was doing the night show and playing it at the time. And I remember taking the headphones to put them on, and then there's a swivel on these. And dude, I went to put them over my head and it slipped and it caught me right here in the eyebrow. And I just about cried on the air. And I had to I couldn't not say anything. So but that was an embarrassing moment. There was another moment, man, and I will remember this forever. And I don't think at the time our program director was Rob Summers. I think maybe the only person that I told was my boy Raj the Whipping Boy. And I did this broadcast at Bennigan's for the Blarney Blast.
Yeah.
And back then, we were still kind of setting up old school. We had to set up this piece of equipment called the Marty. So it was based off of a frequency. And then we'd have to put up this big Yagi antenna and hook up all the stuff. And then we'd walk around and we'd have us a wireless mic. And dude, and one of the big misconceptions is that like, you know, like there's a call screener, dude. There's no call screener in Acadiana radio, right. You know, or nobody really has like a producer or anything you see. Like even I have never worked on a station where they had a 7-second delay. I'll be honest with you. Like we never had a dump machine. The only dump machine I ever saw was on the sports station. And so I was doing the broadcast for the Blarney Blast. And we would get people on the breaks with us, you know, and there was this guy, and I remember saying, "Hey man, you want to, you know, talk?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Let's just ask you, you know, what's going on? You having fun?" He's like, "Yeah, man, that's fine." And so I'm going on, green beer, you know, Monte Cristo sandwiches, whatever. It's like, you know, we got Josh here with us. Josh, you having a good time? And then I passed the mic to him, and he goes, "We're having a effing blast."
Oh,
that sounds like Timmy.
Yeah, we got one of those too.
Dude, like time just slowed down. You know, like when something happens like that, everything just moves so slow.
Oh crap!
I had so many emotions, like, oh my god, I'm going to get fired, and I really love this job, and like, I hope nobody heard it. Probably nobody heard. What should I do? Should I should I say something about it? Should I not say something about it? And I remember just kind of taking the mic back and just casually keep going on with what's happening.
Just go on with the show.
And, and then nobody said anything, and I never said anything. But that was not really embarrassing, but that was just one of those moments I was like, oh my God, I'm just getting in the radio. Now I'm about to get fired.
That's called a shit moment.
Yep.
So we have Dustin on. He said he's going to see you Sunday, Dustin.
That's
Hodge.
not Dustin. That's Hodge.
That's Hodge.
Well,
everybody calls him Hodge.
Dustin Hodge. Hodge.
Oh, one brunch with Logan. Okay. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. He's going to see you Sunday. His fiance won brunch with you.
Oh, that's right. We had
engaged.
He proposed to her at Hodge Fest, right?
We had an awesome time.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm sad I missed it, dude. I had a wedding to DJ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You would have had a great time. It was
fun.
Awesome.
So tell us, because I know you was expecting the question. Crazy call-ins.
Dude, I'm trying to think of some crazy call-ins. I
mean, Leaky Butt Brian would probably be one of them. But.
Leaky Butt Brian's pretty funny. Man, I was trying to think of some other crazy callers. I don't know, man. We would have some weird calls, and I remember getting told about this, and I was like, "No, man, you're lying." But it wasn't until it happened to me, like, "Damn, dude, that's real." So we would get calls from like jail or the penitentiary.
Oh,
for a request, like, "Hey, do you accept this collect call from Lafayette Sheriff's Department?" And they say, "Can you play Gorillaz Clint Eastwood?" And then, you know, like kind of like calling your mama from a payphone.
Yeah. And they put the request instead of saying their name. Can you play Clint Eastwood Gorillaz?
Correct. And then they'd hang up the phone. Or like we would get almost like pen pal letters from people in jail too, bruh. That was kind of weird. That was kind of
strange. You write back?
No. I was kind of scared. Really when it came to try to kill me.
I have a question, James. How did you know about that?
About what?
about calling requesting.
Well,
Uh-huh.
maybe once upon a time I was one of those that called the planet and was like, "Do you accept this call? Play Metallica, Fade to Black."
Dude, it was
You had to say it
different, man.
fast
Like,
because you only had so many seconds to say your name.
Yeah.
but dude, people would call in and say anything, or oh, Brad, you suck, or I mean, like it was, it was whatever. And I guess that's why now things don't bother me or stuff people say on social media. It doesn't bother me because I mean, I guess I came up in a different era.
Right.
But yeah, crazy calls. Probably had a few, man. I can't pull the files, but I remember getting calls from the penitentiary or getting calls from Lafayette Sheriff's Department requesting songs.
Oh, wow.
So fair enough.
So we'll get to the next segment. But when did you realize people knew who you were? When you realized people knew who you were?
Man, I guess it would just be going places or doing live broadcast. Early on, that was probably really the only time where you could actually meet listeners, right? And because it was different back then, because even back then or prior to late 90s, early 2000s, it was really theater of mind, right? And you didn't have websites, man. You didn't have social media. You didn't have all these things. So if you wanted to know what Bobby looked like, if you wanted to know what Cheryl Robichaux looked like, or if you wanted to know what Rob Summers looked like, or whoever it was from back in the day, like you had to go and see them when they were live on location. You didn't know what a radio person looked like.
Or you sit in a restaurant and you hear their voice and you're like, is that who I think it is?
Hey.
And then you're like, oh my God, that is him.
Dude, I still get that to this day. And that, dude, I really just try to be this normal cat, dude. Like I don't try to be anything more than I am, to be honest with you. And it still makes me a little haunt when people tell me that, to be honest with you. Like it makes me feel good, but it still just makes me a little haunt. Like I could do a wedding, and at most weddings, like I'll get somebody come up, or like towards the end, like, wait, what's your name again? And I'm like, Chris Logan. Yeah, I thought that voice sounded familiar. I knew it was you. So I guess just hearing that voice. But man, back then, it was a voice, or going to see somebody when they were doing a live broadcast at a car dealership or something, and that's where you actually met that person, because there was no other way to do it back then.
Yeah, I'm sure the internet and all of that really changed the way radio was conceived. Social media, MP3s, and all of that just expanded the world. And was that hard? Was that a tough transition? Because I know for a while, even me growing up, it's like, I'm just gonna listen to my MP3s.
Right. No, man, to be honest with you, radio has always been in a fight, if you will. Because you can take radio and then records, cassettes, CDs. There was always another medium to listen to music.
Right.
But now that's changed a little bit, because it's so much. It's in your hand now. You can say, I want to listen to Stone Temple Pilots, and then up comes a Stone Temple Pilots playlist. Right. But I don't know, dude. It's interesting how much radio has been in a fight and still around. No, I really think it, and this is just my opinion. I really think the ultimate test for radio is coming in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, to be honest with you. And some of my fellow radio brethren may want to believe that, and some may not want to believe that. And there's some that are not believing that it might not matter to them because they're going to already be out the door. But like radio, I think right now is in a huge fight with the other mediums that are here now, with Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, apps, social media. I mean, the media landscape right now is huge, man. Podcasts. I mean, look at the two of you or the four of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's, this digital age has broke everything wide open. And I'm here for it, bro. Like I dig that the two of you didn't need a radio station to have a show, right? Like you'll now with this digital landscape, you no longer need traditional media to connect with people. You don't need it.
That even includes television
you
nowadays.
can do whatever you want right now. Whatever you want.
We can get on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Literally, we can get on Netflix if we wanted.
Yeah.
We have to have more sponsors.
Right. But still, like it's completely doable without going through some network or market or another company or trying to find a spot on a station somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, you need air?
No.
I thought Tammy needed a question.
Well, I wasn't sure if you was raising your hand to speak or you was praying or what. Like,
I do have some comments in here.
Go ahead, Tammy.
Okay, go ahead.
So let's see. Where do I start? Danette says hello.
What's up, Dave?
Worm says hearing the names mentioned brings back memories.
It's true, yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back down. Hodge is saying I'll be. Oh, we already did that one. Oh, the Pepsi Planet Top 10 was awesome.
Yes, I missed that.
A lot of Pepsi on
That was
there.
the Pepsi Planet's Most Wanted. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Priscilla says that was during James's chicken days.
That's right. Abbeville Paradise Club, the Pink Chicken. That's where I used to strip.
And Hodge is asking if you still talk to Tord or Jude or Jobo.
Yeah, I haven't. I've seen Scott probably a couple or so years ago. We hadn't really talked too much. The last time I sent him a message, he had lost kind of a close friend of his and a guy that I just kind of knew through knowing him, and that's the last time we reached out. Jude, actually, out of all the three, I probably talk to Jude more than anyone else, just because I see him a lot of different places. Man, I hadn't talked to Jobo in a minute. He's out of radio. I think he got out of radio probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Really?
And then Joey says, going back to seeing people, getting to see what everybody looks like. He says, or they would play at the local school dances.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Miss Priscilla said, if you got any calls from the convent, it wasn't her. She says she's innocent.
If you got called from the Pink Chicken or the penitentiary, it was probably me.
Well,
That
if
was
it was
you,
from
huh?
the convent, it
That was me.
Priscilla.
It'll be all right. Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know. So growing an audience, like how difficult has it been, even just in radio, growing an audience there, and then whenever, 94.5 shut down and then going online and growing an audience there? How difficult has it been for you?
It was somewhat difficult, just because I think I didn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And taking that jump to Chris Logan Media, it was, I don't know. I think it was just one of those situations where it just felt right. For some that don't know the story, I'll say it. I mean, I got fired from Cumulus Media for not getting vaccinated, and which seems so ridiculous right now when you look back at it. But obviously, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Um, and then when I launched Chris Logan Media, I wanted really the main focus of it to be a podcast studio. That's really where I wanted to go with it. And what really took off for me was social media management and coming up with like content ideas and stuff like that. That was really what started off like fire. So the podcasting kind of got pushed back a little bit. And then when Cumulus let me go, they held me to my non-compete, which was like 6 months of on air. And I was doing sales and I was doing on air. So for when I jumped over to Cumulus Media, I had left Big 102.1, and there I was doing on air and I was doing sales. I'd really started doing sales there because prior to when I went to Big 102.1, like all of my experience was on the air and programming. So I had worked my way up from being a part-timer to being music director and then assistant program director at Planet. And then when they launched Hot 107.9, they wanted me to go over there. And so I did that. And then I had worked my way up from assistant program director to program director. And I kind of held that for a little while. And then they had talked to me about being operations manager and kind of working my way up. And I'll be honest, man, like that's what I wanted at the time, because I'm the kind of person, and I don't want to sound greedy, but like I'm never satisfied in just being mediocre, man. I can't just stay stagnant. I can't.
Go to the next.
I have to go to the next step. And I remember I was on Hot, and I had hired Chris Reed. Chris Reed had got laid off from KSMB, and then so Didge and I were doing the morning show. And then I remember our consultant wanted us to break up the morning show, which that right there, looking back now, that was the stupidest decision I ever agreed to. And wanting to be program director, that was somewhat of the stupidest, one of the stupidest decisions. It's what I wanted to be, but looking back now, I honestly wish that like Didge and I could have really been all in on that morning show because we really had something going. And I remember our general manager at the time was like, bruh, do you want to bust up the morning show? I'm like, well, I don't know. The consultant said we should, so I guess we should, and I didn't fight it. So like I was kind of doing mornings, and then Didge started doing afternoons, and Chris Reed was doing nights. And then I got approached to be like operations manager. So I'm like, okay, great. That's the next step. Yes, sir. What you want me to do? And so I did that. So I ended up giving Chris Reed the morning show. And then I started doing midday shows so I can learn more of the business side, And when it kind of came time to really move into that position, and I'm being truthful here. Like I asked about money. And look, radio people don't make a lot of money.
Yeah, right. No, I completely get
radio right now in this area, their wife makes more money than them, and that's why they still in radio.
We don't make no money doing this, so
no. Yeah, we're in the same money in radio. But and I remember them telling me, yeah, but you wouldn't get a raise. And dude, I hadn't gotten a raise in like years, bro. And again, I'm not a greedy person, but I'm like,
yeah, but everything goes up. I get it.
No, it stopped me in my tracks, man. And I got out of radio for 2 years. And because I really looked in the mirror and said, what are you busting your ass for?
Right.
Like, dude, I agreed to everything that all the higher ups wanted me to do. Like I worked my ass off, and it was like operations manager, general manager. So you're telling me that I'm one step under the head guy in charge, and you're not going to pay me any more than I'm making as program director of the station? I'm like, and I made a decision to leave. And then when I got back into radio, so I went to oil field for a little while. And then when I got back into radio, I got more into the sales side of things, and I started learning more about sales. So I was doing on air and I was doing sales, and that helped me out. You know, obviously with that, I was now well rounded because I'd been around the programming side a lot. I'd been around, again, the sales side a lot. I was learning a lot there. And so when I launched Chris Logan Media, I was kind of confident in my experience and what I could do on my own.
Right.
And
It gave you a well-rounded view of the whole business.
yes. Yep. And finally, I had to let my 6-month non-compete go through, and then I launched the Planet app. And I was able to purchase the name, the Planet, and everything. They had let that go, and so I was able to purchase it, launch the app, and it did like so well, man. It did really well, and so I decided to put a little more attention there, and that's when the podcast studio kind of took the back seat. You know, and then I was approached to put it on the radio again. I'm not sure if y'all want to go into that right now or if y'all have other questions.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about it, we're down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was approached to do that. And you know, there was some talk for it to become mine.
Yeah.
In which again, man, was like that dangling carrot in front of me, right? Because I had, and what was weird is that I had been out of radio, and I kind of made that decision of I don't want to go back there because I want to look to the future. Like I don't want to look back. I want to look to the future. I wanted to be that person that people could come to for a podcast or content creation, like whatever it was. I wanted to be that person, and I had my eyes set on the future. But then the dangling carrot was owning the station.
Damn carrot.
Right.
Yeah, the dang carrot got me all. It got that carrot got me in mad freaking positions, man.
Yeah.
And and that carrot got me screwed up again. But you know, I thought that was supposed to be the end result for me, and then they ended up backing out multiple times. And when they decided to take the frequency back and flip the formats, you know, I was even thinking of giving it back, because like again, like I was just sort of promised something that never happened, right? So
Right.
Yep.
again, what I was feeling the last time of why am I working so hard and not getting rewarded?
Right.
Was that same feeling again. Like, okay, I'm working, I'm building this thing because I know that he wants to sell it to me.
Yeah.
Let me build it. Then it was like pull back. And then it got to the point again, like, man, I'm just gonna go back to the app and start building again. And then, you know, it was there was a point where I was kind of down a little bit. You know, talked to a few other business owners, and I not are like fully mentors, but I kind of look up to, and they're like, man, you kind of built your brand already. Like you built up your name over the past 3 years. You built up the station, and you built up what you do. Like this is just another step.
Yeah.
And so I decided to go all in on the app side again. And I think I'm right now in a better place with the app than maybe if I would have just stayed with it 3 years ago. I mean, I don't know, hindsight being 2020, but it's just one of those things where, dang, bro, like I thought that dangling carrot was going to be in my mouth, and you know, pulled it away.
Well, we talked about we had episodes about stuff like that, and God opens a door. Doesn't mean that you need to fully go through it.
Right.
It's
sometimes you just got to see what's on the other side of the fence.
Well, sometimes
without being fully committed.
Yeah, sometimes you got to learn some lessons.
Correct.
For that big door to fully open and let you go through.
Yeah.
You know, because when that door closes, there's always another door to open.
True.
And sometimes you gotta learn those lessons just to go where you're supposed to.
Right.
You know.
Well, and sometimes ending up where you belong means you didn't go through some of those easy doors in the beginning to or anywhere in that journey.
Yeah.
You know. You know, you could have easily spent a bunch of money, got in debt with loans or whatever. I'm not trying to get in your business.
No, yeah.
And ended up with a product that, you know, and then you're trying to figure out, well, what's next? Or when do I reap the reward for getting here?
Right. Yep.
Which is hard. I mean, in today's world, it's hard.
Well, and that's the big question is what is it going to be in 10 years?
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be something, you know, like for people that maybe had bought radio stations back in the day, there was some value that they built up over the years.
Yes.
Like in 10 years, is that value going to be there? Like I feel that radio will still be there.
Right.
But it's going to evolve in some way. And that's totally up for debate in the industry right now, because there's a lot of debate going on of man, how do we, you know, pivot, or what, you know, those hot words that people use, or, you know, where do we go from here?
Well, it's up to the consumer. It's up to the consumer. It's up to the consumer.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, we're the consumer, so we're absorbing this.
Well, that is true. But as a consumer, we also live in an age where we want what we want right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, even in the concept of, okay, I want to hear a talk show, I'll just play a podcast. And they're all, you know, recorded. You go to Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, and you hit play and you listen to it. And 90% of the time, you only have a couple of ads or whatnot in the middle of it. But even as of now, you know, me and you, well, all of us really, we grew up in an age where unless you had the album or a mixtape or something, if you went to listen to a song, you turned on the radio and you waited till it played, or you might have, you know, called in and asked them to play it, but you had to wait for that satisfaction.
Yeah.
And we live in a world where it's instant gratification for everything. Everybody wants what they want right now. And in a lot of ways, they can get it.
Yep.
So speaking of ads and stuff, if you ever like to order a Das Real Shack cup,
or any other custom cup,
but if you specifically want a Das Real Shack cup, you can scan this little. Well, where's it at, James? Way over here.
Oh, it's up here.
Yeah, go ahead and point at it. But you can scan that little QR code right there. It'll take you straight to Miss B's website, and you can order you a Das Real Shack cup today. Make sure you put in coupon code. Was it DRS?
I think it was DRS.
Yeah, DRS or Das Real Shack. I don't remember their coupon code.
Real Shack.
Is it Das Real Shack?
Yeah, DRS.
It's been a while since I've done it. But you can order your Das Real Shack cup today.
Just pay full price. It's worth it.
It's worth it. Well worth it.
Well, I mean, talking about the world today, in your opinion, what matters more now in 2026? Is it talent or an algorithm?
Oh, jeez. That's a fight, man.
It is. I mean,
I don't know, dude. I talent or algorithm, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Or a mix of both.
I think it's a mix of both. But I think it's also about connection, man.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's connection and trying to find a lane where you can connect with people.
Yeah.
And if they make a connection with you, to me, the algorithm doesn't matter, man. You know,
right. Because at that point, it goes back to word of mouth, just like, the early days.
So I'd say it like this. So like we had reels that I thought were just dumb as dirt and almost go viral, like 6,000 views.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, we're fixing to go viral. And don't go no faster than that. And then I have reels that are like, oh, this is going to be great. Man, 200 views.
Yeah.
You know,
you never really know. It's just
You never
strange
know.
what a person will connect with. And next thing you know, there's 1 million views on it.
Yep.
So Miss Priscilla is asking, if you had to do it all over again, would you do anything different?
Would I do anything different? I still come back. Didge and I had a lot of fun on the morning show whenever we were on Hot. And I still come back to maybe we should have never busted up that show.
Yeah.
I really think that we had something there, and I think that was a decision that I probably shouldn't have agreed with at the time. Because you think, I mean, we were kind of doing things that no one was doing, man. Like if you go back and you look at some of those YouTube videos, bro, like we were doing these crazy challenges and these crazy contests. And look, there were still crazy contests and stuff on the radio, but nobody was videoing them. Nobody was putting them on YouTube, and we were doing all that stuff, man. Like we had a newsletter that would go out to our database, and instead of sending out text, we sent out a video. So it was like we were on the forefront of a lot of these things. But it's just, I don't know, man. That's probably one thing that I look back now that I probably wouldn't have changed. But it's just one of those things, man, where you kind of live and you learn. But then on the other hand, I probably couldn't take care of my family just being morning show salary at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I couldn't have.
I mean, it's hard to pursue your passion when, doesn't always put bacon on the table.
Bacon.
Yep.
Yeah,
like
that's the belly of a pig.
Ooh.
You slice that up real good.
You got some?
You
Or
fry
put
it.
diapers on your kid's butt. That's
That's
the
right. Yeah, diapers are more expensive than bacon.
James needs some good diapers.
No, I don't need diapers. None of my kids ever shown up. I'm doing
You
great.
sure?
Positive.
One of them wanted your phone number.
No, they
That
didn't.
wish you happy Father's Day, though.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
You just
Who?
don't know about
Which one?
The oldest one.
Which one?
The oldest one.
this one.
Well, that could have been two around the same time.
Oh,
So,
my goodness.
like, which one?
The one with the green eyes, dark hair.
Which one?
Oh, Lord. So Joey Babineau is saying calling in, speaking to the DJ, and making a request or winning a prize is a lost art.
Yeah. You can still win that Real Shack Cups on our podcast.
That's true.
Not knowing who Chris Logan was until Justin filled me in and miss out on some good stuff. All right. Well, yeah,
Yep.
you didn't know. Now you know.
Yeah.
But man,
That's
it's my personal opinion on if radio is going to thrive or not. I feel like it has to come back to personality.
Absolutely.
It has to come back to personality. It can't be any recorded voice track DJ from Michigan who's on the air. Like it has to come back to personality because again, the music, people can listen to that anywhere they want.
Correct.
Anywhere they want. It's kind of like what you're doing in between songs. And I remember, like in the 2000s, it was, you got to be local. And for a lot of stations, being local was doing the news and weather, right? Oh man, make sure you do the news, weather, and traffic. That'll keep you local and connected with your community. That's even changed, right?
Yeah.
That's changed. You can get the traffic on your phone. You can get the news in your social media feed, or you sign up for whatever your favorite news network is and get notifications from them. Weather. I mean, dude, you can get weather on your phone like that.
Yeah, you just push the button.
Yep. So it's like, where is radio going to go?
Yep.
And how are they going to adapt? And the bad thing is, all these larger corporations are not going to be the ones to take the chance and come back to personality. They're just not. And it's like, are the locally owned stations going to step up and come back to personality and being out and being a part of the community and being tangible for those that are listening to the radio?
No, I really believe it starts with personality, because it's somewhere along the way you have to reach your audience. You know, you have to make a connection.
Priscilla, just if the DJ can connect with the listening audience, radio will never die.
That is true, but I mean,
Delilah get connected to me all the time.
Delilah,
and you and them 1-900 lines. I'm getting nervous.
She connected to me too.
I had a lot of things connected to me at the Pink Chicken, but that was different.
Forward.
Yeah.
Local personality is important. Understanding and knowing the couillons around it is at the top.
Yeah. But you think, man, back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, that local personality was live and in the studio and knew what the hell was going on, dude. You know, knew what was going on, connected with the people, took the phone calls, did the contest, and all that went away. Now, change is gonna happen no matter what industry it's in. But I'm eager to see where it's gonna go, and you even think everybody's getting older, man. I mean, look, I'm 50, and then there's still people in the market that are older than me, and dude, they're not really looking to change.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not looking to be the next thing. And let me ask you this: who's next to step up and take over on the radio?
Yeah.
Who? Tell me somebody on any station around here. Who's the guy you're like, oh man, can't wait to hear that person? There's
Earl ain't taking over.
His toenail might.
Yeah.
You put a mic on his toenail, he might get a whole new personality show right there. The toenail of the moment.
Yeah. So, I mean, you kind of answered some of this, but why did you build Chris Logan Media?
I think part of it was to be around for what's next and try to build what's next. And sort of take what I know and help people, to be honest with you.
Which I appreciate. Which I appreciate, because you put our podcast on your app.
Yeah, we thank you very much for that.
No, man, y'all are welcome. But really, just to try to take that next step for me, it was, and now, and it always takes a while. Like, things are not going to explode, and I'm blessed with my clients and people who reach out to me to do stuff. But I don't know what it's been, but as of late, getting a lot of inquiries about podcasting.
Yeah.
And a lot of inquiries for people who want to do that, who want me to produce it. And there's some that just have questions, and that's fine too. And really, I'm kind of glad that I was hoping, again, when I first started Chris Logan Media, that I wanted the podcast studio to be the biggest part of what I was doing. And then that kind of took a back seat. And then now I'm back pushing that again. But at least to be, when someone thinks of, man, how do I get a podcast going, or who should I? And let me reach out to Chris. Like, that's really a goal of mine when it comes to podcasting. It's just being that, even if somebody just says, hey dude, how I do this, or what kind of cable I need, that's fine too. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of connection I want with people with Chris Logan Media, is just helping, man.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
me and James had to learn this on our own.
Oh yeah,
It's still learning.
We're still learning, and it's been a trip.
Yeah,
it's been a great trip, but some of it, there's times Justin wanted to pull my hair out, and I wanted to put him back in the horse costume, but we just hang on with it.
Because the platform we use, we had to figure out how to learn how to do multiple cameras.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up finding a software that could do it, and we could just switch cameras and with ease, you know.
Yeah.
I had to think outside the box.
Technology's crazy right now, bro. Technology is crazy, man. With equipment, with hard pieces. What?
Especially if you don't know
Poor me
it.
and Tammy.
So I will say this: Tammy done unfollowed us 3 times.
That is true. That is absolutely true. And left to 10, it may be a 4th time, and she still won't remember it.
But yeah, man, with hard equipment and also with AI and websites and all that, it's we're definitely part of an evolution, man.
Yeah,
What's it like working with the Cajun mamas? Are they that silly and
yeah?
Are they always that silly?
Yeah, no, 100%. And people ask me that, and I've known Sarah for a really long time. I've known Koa for not as long as I've known Sarah. Like I've known Sarah for a while.
Yeah, she's from Church Point. So
she's from Church Point, and so Koa married a guy from Church Point. But I mean, Sarah was a teacher, and she taught my kids, and man, she talked flat like that like that. That's her. Like some people will say, "Man, there's no way," and I'm like, "Nah, that's Sarah." I mean, there's other people that turn it on, right? And which is a little much for me. But to each his own. I mean, I'm not gonna hate, but yeah, they're authentic.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. And that's something that I've learned. Like some Cajuns, depending on the group they're around, it clicks on.
Right. And
then like when I don't know, for me and you, James, like when we're doing this or we're around people who don't speak like that, we tend to be more straight and narrow. But when we're around a bunch of group of fellas joking and stuff, it clicks on and we're going to town.
Well, I mean, it's also because we come from a professional world where, I'm in sales and purchasing. So I talk to people across the nation every day, all day long. And it's like, what are you saying? Get it out your mouth.
Man, Shad, what you saying, Shad?
So you can't be like, well, Shad, look, give me a $5 ticket and, scratch off a Coca-Cola.
Right now.
But they probably eat it up now because it's all over the place. Cajuns are like all over the social media now.
I know, man.
And the people are eating it up around the world.
Yeah.
And like we had with Pat in the Pot we had last week, we have people who are just with some of the reels are just being negative about, well, that's not Cajun, that's Creole, that's not. But then you don't understand what goes on in our country and our neck of the woods.
Yeah,
because Creole and Cajun,
they're pretty close. I mean, there's not a whole lot of differences anymore.
Yeah,
yeah,
but depending on which restaurants you go to, it's intertwined greatly.
It depends where you're at.
But that's Louisiana. We're a melting pot of cultures that just have come together. So it's kind of hard to even hold on to some of those traditions because it's constantly evolving, like the internet, the radio, and everything else.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides listening to the radio, what can listeners do to keep you and favorite DJs on air and going?
You know, I mean, I think, man, that's. I'm not saying that's a tough question, but obviously for the radio side, listening to the radio would be a way to support them. I'd say social media, but there's not many around here
that really push social media.
Yeah, I'm using social media. Well,
number one, you can download the Planet.
Download the Planet app.
Yeah, listen to theplanet.com.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to the App Store and then just search "Listen to the Planet."
Yeah.
What Ben says,
Anyhow.
how did you, Miss Darrell, come into play? How much did that change your morning show?
Dude, that was a great addition.
Yeah, that really changed my morning show because what I was trying to do with Planet Radio and even now with the Planet in a way was, bring back some nostalgia and make that nostalgic connection. And with that nostalgic connection was somewhat of a nostalgic morning show where there were characters, people you related with, funny, played games, answered phone calls, a lot of that stuff that went away. I wanted to bring that feeling back.
Right.
And Miss Darrell was just kind of part of that, man. And he was just the maintenance man that stumbled in here and ended up getting him on the show. And he's just kind of that guy that everybody just knows, might be like a neighbor or like an uncle.
Yep.
Like he's just that kind of dude.
It's like our Mickey over here, our whiskey whisperer. You don't want to say that now. He's just gonna sip.
He's gonna sip on that.
Another pour.
Yeah, just having different personalities, man. Like having Brock on Brock wins every once in a while, and then having him on a little bit more. Now he's back offshore again a lot, and Jacob that does impressions, man. Like you don't hear many people or like comedians on or anybody doing impressions much anymore. I mean, you got Walton and Johnson doing that, and that's fine. But really like a comedian doing that.
That great Trump. He does a great Trump.
Yeah.
Great job. It's a glorious show, the best show ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude.
Walton and Johnson, one of them passed away, and now, I mean, unfortunately, but that's almost like a dying breed. We love it.
I know.
But
man.
what happens where's the next era? Because I'm just not really seeing it in radio now.
See, a lot of it too, people get offended by it now.
Well, that's true. We live in a very offensive world.
Yeah, instead of
laughing about it and cutting up, that's what comedy is. It's hard to do comedy nowadays.
I know.
Because you're going to get booed off the stage because everybody's offended.
Yeah.
And comedy is basically making fun of our differences together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing where I felt in a way, right, in bringing back 90s and 2000s rock. And again, I didn't set out to offend anybody. I didn't set out to, to do any of that. Obviously, if it would have happened along the way, then so be it. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I also feel that demographic that was used to 90s and 2000s rock, right? It's that Gen X demographic that wasn't necessarily offended all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And wanted some of that nostalgic back, even if it was pushing the envelope just a little bit, because you bring up W&J and dude, that's another morning show that I thoroughly enjoyed back in the 90s. They were pushing the envelope more than anybody around here, and it was so awesome, dude. And then now they turn very political, and again, to each their own. But the funniness, the entertainment, all that stuff went away, and now it's a lot of politics. Some people dig it and they still do well, and that's fine. But man, like I just wanted to bring back the fun, dude. I just wanted to bring back the fun. That's what I wanted.
Well, that was the whole point of our podcast too. It's like, if I can make you forget about your day and just have a good
for a few minutes and have a good laugh, right? Then I did my job.
We did our job, and that's all we want. Because like when I watch podcasts, that's all I want to do is I want to forget about my day and enjoy a good laugh and move on,
or learn something,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, did you feel like you had like an upper hand going online with the skill set that you did at the time? Because I mean, yes, there were already people online, there was already online radio, there was already podcasts and this and that, but you coming from a different world with those skill sets into a more modern age, because even still, I mean, you don't have now more than ever, you have people trying to reach out to others, but a lot of the content that you find nowadays are, let's just try to entertain them. And sometimes that comes out great, and sometimes it just misses the mark. So did you feel like you had an upper hand going in online whenever you did?
I felt like I did have an upper hand, just from my experience, but then also like taking that experience, but then also not turning my nose up at what was going on and what was next to come. You know, like not being, oh, that's stupid, or a podcast, or it, like, no, like I accepted, and I use my past knowledge, but then I also try to see what's happening, what's to come, and use what I know in doing and trying new things. It's just taking what I learned and putting it towards what's going on now, what's going on into the future. You know, and I feel like, for instance, podcast. You know, there's some people, and look, like for instance, one thing, and I use this a lot, and this thing has changed. This has changed a lot from when being in radio to now. And I used to cringe up when I would hear it, because I had it just kind of kicked into my head for so long. And when we were in radio, we were never supposed to say y'all or you guys.
Really?
Never. That was a rule. It was kind of like an unwritten rule. And here's the reason why. Is because even though you were talking to a lot of people, then, but you wanted to connect with that one person. So you might have been talking to thousands, but you said you instead of you guys. And dude, that has changed personal years. Oh my goodness. Like all these young reporters coming up on TV. Hey, you guys, I'm out here in Port Barre for the Crackling Festival. And okay, but now it's accepted. So now the old Chris that used to cringe at that, I'll just kind of now. You know, but that was one thing that we were taught forever. Even though you got a lot of people listening, you make that connection with one. But then some of the podcasts that we're producing now, the reason why people are coming to me, and I don't mean that in an egotistical way, is because of my experience.
Yeah. Right. No, absolutely.
You can turn on a microphone and start talking. And it might work, but odds are probably won't. Right? Your microphone has to sound pretty decent. Your video quality has to be pretty decent. You have to know what you're going to talk about, because even like those things are very important, even on a podcast, just like it is on the radio. Like a couple of the top things for a podcast, if your audio's not right and you're spending a lot of time talking about nothing, people are going to tune out of that podcast. Correct. If you're doing a video podcast and the quality's not there, people are not even going to start watching it. You know, like if there's just little things and little pieces to put together in the puzzle that's going to make it all better. And even one thing for me is structure. Like there needs to be structure still to a podcast. And I want to commend you guys, because I'm not going to lie, y'all blew me away with the notes that you send me. And that's awesome. Like that's a great thing. You have a structure to what y'all want to do. You fill in your guest on what you want to talk about, which gives them a great avenue, and then a great start to knowing where y'all are going and what y'all going to talk about.
Yeah, well, we never want to put anybody. Well, but for the most part, we do follow along. You know, there's sections that gets cut out for time and whatnot.
Where
we
you
never want anyone to come on and be a guest and be like, well, y'all just blindsided me.
Completely lost.
Yeah, and we don't want
or they're just completely lost.
We don't want gotcha moments because like Miss Pat in the Pot, she's very picky about how she states things and says things.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first thing she asked for. Can you send me what y'all gonna ask me?
Right.
Yes, ma'am, because that's what we always do.
Yeah,
she likes to be prepared. She's a very picky person, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think our first guest, that's what threw us off. Because our first guest was what's his name?
I want to say Jared, but
it was Jared. It was Jared Troll.
Yes,
thank you.
JT Boogie.
JT Boogie. He was our first guest, and he was very picky about how he sang.
Yep.
And how he looked.
Yes.
And that just threw me out the water because that was our first guest, and I was like, I gotta figure out a better way to do this.
Right.
And, so we come prepared.
You know who was like that for me? Brock.
Yeah, I could see that.
100%, man. Like the first time he came on the show, and we had a mutual friend. I was like, "Bray, you need to get this guy on your show. Like he's just started in comedy, and he is like a funny dude." And I'm like, "Okay,
yeah."
great. They ended up having like a little Church Point connection, which is crazy with his grandpa. Like I thought he was lying. Then I kind of made some phone calls and like, no, he really got that. That's his grandpa, the former chief of police. But dude, he was like that. Like everything had to be written down for him a little while. Like for a little while, and when he would come on the show, he had to have it written and scripted out. And I don't work like that. You know, I'm kind of a structure person. Like just give me an outline, but don't tell me exactly what to say. And if we gotta not do this, then it's okay to not do that. You know?
Yeah. Right.
But it's not. It's different. I understand what you mean, dude. Like he had everything kind of written up and typed out on his phone, and I'm like, okay, I'll follow it if that's what you want, dog.
but that's when you start realizing too, like that's how people process. So like for me, I have to have notes so I can know where I'm at, and I can.
Although we get lost,
you get lost, but I can be related, and I can jump off it. Just like my final thought at the end of the show. I might not read it word for word, but I know where I'm at.
Right.
I live it as much as I want. Yeah.
So that question.
Go ahead.
In 50 years from now, what do you want Chris Logan to be remembered for? Wow.
That's Michelle.
I
putting music on the air.
Yeah.
Helping people, bro, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, that really, and there's a lot that I do, you know, to help people with what I'm doing right now, and you know, not making any money on it, and I don't want to.
Right.
But I kind of like, again, being that guy that, man, let me call Chris and ask him about it. You know what I mean? Or what have you, just to bounce some ideas off of, and you know, maybe help somebody with an issue or help somebody with a problem, you know, that. And you're right, man. Music too. And maybe trying to bring back some, I don't know, some
nostalgia. Yeah. Well, you got to think
nostalgia, bringing back some lost art, bringing back a lost time, because dude, it's like if you're Gen X, man, there's and I almost got in an argument with a fellow radio person of mine, but you know, like if you're a Gen Xer, there's not much for you on the FM radio, man.
Right.
You know, like there's
you better start a podcast.
There's really not much, dude. And I remember telling me, scan the stations. Like for what? I don't get into new country. I'm not a big 70s, 80s rock guy. Like I might listen to sports, you want me to listen to some 80s hits? You know, like give me some 90s, dog. Give me some 2000s. You know, the thing in radio from up until and then this got lost, but I think I think everybody's just getting older and they're not moving out of these big positions. But dude, there was a 20-year mark on what was considered a classic. And the rule also was to hit the key demographic, which for most was either 25-54, 35-54 was that demographic. So if you wanted to have like a classic hit station, or you wanted to really get that demo, then you hit them in their high school, early college years age, right? That brings back that nostalgia for people, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the oldest, like, we got some classic rock, but that's like 40, 50 years old.
Yeah.
You know, you think like some of that, the early 90s, mid 90s live, like all that stuff was nowhere to be found, man. It was nowhere to be found. Now you can find it because once we had launched the station, another station copied our playlist and started playing it. And then, another classic station started playing a lot of the 90s and 2000s stuff. So kind of brought that back. But before Planet was put back on the FM, there was nothing, dude.
Right.
Nothing.
And that one other station got pulled off too.
There was none of that.
Yeah.
And that's my childhood. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of people's childhood, but I don't know.
I cried when
We'll
I seen
see.
Motley Crue on the classic rock station.
What's that, Mickey?
I cried when I seen Motley Crue on the classic rock station.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Dude, you think? Smells Like Teen Spirit was 91.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was graduated in 93. What's that? 35 years ago.
Yeah. It's a classic rock song now.
30. Smells Like Teen Spirit is 35 years old. Crazy, huh?
You got Kashika crying over here.
I think Mickey's about to cry. I saw his tears starting to well up in his eye.
Skinner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's your grandpa's classic rock, bro.
Right.
Well, you got to consider this as well. You and many of your friends were the soundtracks to a lot of our childhoods, teenage years, college years, and what a lot of us really consider like good days, fun days, just, riding around all night long, jamming the radio, meeting up with friends in the parking lots, that was the soundtrack of our lives. And I'm technically not a Gen X because I was born in 85. I was raised like one.
Yeah, correct. But you were still part of that group that grew up consuming and discovering music on the radio. You were still, that was your place to discover it. There was really no other place to go and get it.
Correct.
And dude, that when I hear stories like that, it kind of like I said earlier, it kind of makes me haunt. But then also kind of makes me feel good, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even we got this other podcast that's starting, and these two older guys like, bro, we used to listen to you all the time, bro, when you was on the like, man, don't talk about that. It kind of I don't know. Not that I'm embarrassed. That's not the right word, but
you just feel old,
dude. I don't know. It feels real, but it doesn't, man.
Like a different lifetime ago.
It does. But it does make me feel good that I made a difference. You know what I mean? Or like we entertained people, or we played the music that people grew up with, man, and that people right now are remembering, and I think that's a good thing.
Paul from off topic saying Chris Logan's helped out because I know they had a sound issue in one episode.
Oh wow! Yeah.
They didn't have no sound for the entire episode.
Oh. Yeah. Learning curves.
Yeah.
There's no
Do
more.
you remember, James?
Yeah.
We had an
Before
episode.
we went live and we had to record it 5 times.
5 times.
And by the time we got to the 5th recording, we dropped Dr. Pepper all over the equipment. You was tore up on whiskey.
I was tore
Look,
up.
he's laying on the table, looking at the camera like, I don't know what to do, y'all.
I can't do this no more.
I guess Satan just don't want us to do this.
Did y'all ever think about giving up? Did y'all ever think about stopping?
No. We have never thought about it.
No.
I have never thought about it this way.
I came from a different podcast and it just didn't work out. There was no structure.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we can't just go online and figure out what we're going to talk about. We have to have something.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be word for word, but it has to be a topic or something to talk about.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, no one wants to hear you ramble.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know, they're here to either be entertained or to learn something.
And
that's pretty much any online resource nowadays.
Me and Chef K were on their podcast for a couple of times, and we kind of brought that structure, and it was kind of denied.
Right. Yeah.
And whenever James got out of it, he immediately pretty much asked us,
like, hey, what y'all think about doing a podcast, the 4 of us?
And
at the time,
we just sat around a table, came up with a name.
Yeah.
Who was going to do what, and we just went from there.
Yeah. And I mean,
show up.
We all throw in our expertise. I do graphics. Justin does some video editing. We both figured out the hardware side of it. And it was about a month ago. And it's like, look, we really need more RAM in that computer because we're bogging down. It's like, okay. Let me get on Amazon.
We used to run it off a laptop.
Oh, I had it on an old Linux-based laptop just so we wouldn't kill the resources with Windows.
Yes.
Like... We started it out fresh.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, but had an old little 4-channel mixer, little PV. And it was like, we could do it. Yeah. Like, man, this sucker's not picking up all the audio.
It's not.
It's not designed for it. It's designed to blast music.
Yep.
There's a lot that can go into it, man. There's
just a lot of learning curves.
Yeah. So what other questions y'all got, dude?
Well, so you want to go with the questions on the chat?
We just had a few comments.
That's a good dude too.
Yeah.
I want to know when they're going to put, because I've been following them, the candy.
Yeah.
When they're going to get something closer.
Yeah.
Oh.
They don't have anything by Iota that I've noticed.
They need to get to Iota. Shoot.
They don't have anything in that area? I wonder if I know that
there's a few of their flavors I want to try.
I know he was in some Karchners. I guess he didn't get to the Crowley one, huh? Crowley Karchners?
I haven't been to there yet.
Don't know.
It
might
be around that area.
Most of the time I hit the drive-through for the plate lunch. I ain't gonna lie.
We're just going in and out.
Some good stuff.
Ask them. Get some hard candy slides. Hook us up.
And then Bart says Seinfeld was the last show about nothing.
Yeah.
But that show even had a structure of nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Because we have we call open mic night, and that we don't have any structure or any notes, and we just bullshit our way through the whole episode. And I think that's probably one of our best
in the long run. I mean, a lot of our shows, especially with more guests, are becoming more like that to where, we're being more comfortable behind the mic, and we glance at notes here and there, kind of oh well, we're good with this page. Go to the next one. And
so you like a tinge in it?
No, I don't.
No.
Oh, so what that was the night that I was on. So we did when Brock's wife was pregnant and about to go into labor. We did an episode where he did pregnancy pains. I don't know if y'all listened to that show. That was I've been doing radio and stuff a long time. That was one of the most entertaining episode that we had, and the audio didn't record it that day, and we don't have any recollection of it. But
don't you love that shit?
Took
At least it happens on a professional level too, not just us.
So he took 2 pads and put them like his lower abdomen, and then he took the other 2 and then put them like in his taint. And then the whole show, we were doing the power hour at the time.
Yes, please. Let's do it to Justin.
And dude, and Daryl was in control. And as the show went on, we went higher and higher and higher. And we hit that 100. It was like towards the end of the show. And
mine doesn't go that high, so you ought to be okay.
No,
we need to order a new TENS unit.
But you see, Michael, when I was on Currently Off Topic, Michael was going to do that.
Yeah.
And I got to control the TENS unit. And we didn't get as high, I think, as what he should have gotten. But
well, you should have given him a hug before. He loves a good hug before you do something like that.
Yeah.
He just absolutely loves it. I don't know why, but he loves a good hug.
Hey, I'm down for a shocking moment. Let's do this. You down, Justin, if I go for it?
I'm just not putting it where he said he was going to put it. No.
Priscilla said, oh my God, Justin and James won't survive that.
No, I won't.
Priscilla, how you know I ain't already been there, done that? Girl, I come from a nasty background.
Ain't gonna happen.
So,
y'all get that pad. Get a fresh one. I don't want something that's been on someone else's tank.
Yeah, we threw away those pads. We didn't know.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So, what keeps you grounded and what keeps you doing this? Like every day. What keeps you doing this every day?
What keeps me grounded, man? I think it's my family. I think it's still, being here in Church Point. A lot of my family's still here. That keeps me grounded. Having my own company keeps me grounded as well.
Yeah.
What was the second? Because it keeps me grounded because it's up to me, right? Like it's all up to me. It's not on anybody else's shoulders. It's on mine. What was the second part? So it keeps you grounded in what?
Keeps you grounded and what keeps you doing this every day? Like just every day you come into work and because I'm going to tell you, we do this once a week. You do this every day.
Right.
I don't know, man. That sounds stupid. Like it's in my blood, man. I know that sounds stupid, but I think
no, I completely get it.
I really think it's what I was meant to do. Like I come back and you see motivational people say this a lot. And I remember when I was making the transition to starting my own company, my friend Cupid had a book out that he wrote, and thank the Lord that it was only like 20 pages. It wasn't a big book, so I was able to read it.
Pop-ups?
But it was called it was close. But it was called Trust Your Gift.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that, man. And I firmly believe that God gives you one gift and you take it and you go with it and you do the best you can with it. And I think I'm in that position right now of, all right, like this is what you were meant to do. Now go and do it.
Yeah.
And here I am, dude. That's what keeps me going every day. Just doing it.
Yeah. Acadiana Rewind. If y'all haven't seen their stuff, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. All the old school commercials and stuff they've been posting on TikTok and stuff.
You might
great stuff.
You might see a little bit of Chris Logan in one of those.
You never know. But let me ask,
one of those
do they have the commercial from New Orleans? What was it? It was the furniture store. Let them have it.
Oh, let them have it.
Let them have it. Boss man. They only got $20 and they need a new TV. Let them have it.
Oh, bruh.
That was the best commercials ever.
Affordable rent to own.
Yeah. No, it was a different one. It was its own little.
Or not Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime furniture.
Or the other one with the mobile homes. the little kids sitting in the back of the wagon.
Appaloosas.
Yeah, and
the Jim Chapmans?
Yeah.
Jim
Yeah.
Chapman's, yeah.
We're going Jim Chapman's.
Yeah.
I love those. Those are good commercials.
So, Chris, what version of yourself are you most proud of? Out of everything you've done so far, what, I mean, not to be bragging or anything, but
Yeah.
what just holds that place in your heart? Like, yeah, I did that.
Man, the version I think of myself that I'm most proud of is having the faith to step out, man.
Yeah.
And making that decision. You know, second, and this is a good thing and a bad thing, and it's my work ethic. I just can't stop, dude. I tried. I really can't. And it's a good thing and a bad thing because like all I do is work.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also like working towards something, you know,
Right.
and I'm working towards something and I'm building something that's mine now, you know. So
Right. Yeah.
it's like I kind of got burned a couple times that we had talked about, and then now I might get burned, but if I get burned, it's that's on me. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
because
Exactly.
I wasn't giving it 110%. I'm not waiting on somebody to give it to me. I got to go and take it right now.
Yeah.
Well, not only are you building something, you're building other people up along with you as well. I mean, look at the Cajun Mamas and all of the other stuff that you've produced.
Mhm.
And, you know, you're helping them with, you know, your expertise, the things that you've learned throughout the years. And, you know, you're bringing in not so much a new generation, but a new generation
Yeah.
because we didn't have any of this type of entertainment before.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you, man. I just kind of set out and do, bruh. And and hope and kind of hope I make a difference and hope I inspire somebody, you know?
Yeah, well,
Well, you inspire us.
absolutely. So what advice would you give to new creators or younger creators?
And you know, when it comes down, let's say if we're talking podcast creators, have a plan, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's Michael. That dude says that all the time.
Oh,
bro.
he's crazy. Yeah.
He says that all the time. But really, I think it is to have a plan and to execute that plan.
Yeah.
You know? And but still not be afraid to vary a little bit off that plan, not be afraid to kind of pivot a little bit here and there, but
Right.
know what you're gonna do, set out to do it and do it. And
Stay
try.
consistent with that plan.
Yeah, you at least have to try, dude. If you don't try, then
Right.
you
Then
don't.
you're never going to get anywhere.
And listen to your audience.
Yeah.
Because they're going to tell you when something's shit
Yeah.
and good.
Yep.
And if you take that, at least that's what we're learning.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to those comments on those reels,
Yeah.
you know
You can
when
start picking up,
you know
you
when
know,
you
who's
be.
really enjoying and who's just
Yeah.
trolling.
Yeah.
And then that
And
way
you're
it
gonna
helps
watch the
you
troll.
build your media better. Yeah, you're always going to be trolled. That's nothing.
Oh, yeah, I love the trolls because they
Yeah.
help us out.
Yeah.
Oh, me and Justin sit here and start giggling and be like, hey, you done pissed off somebody. I'm like, what did I do now?
Yeah, I
What was it?
kind of like that, dude. You know,
Yeah.
I like.
It's like, well, you know what? They're building the platform. You know, the more they sit on there and comment, the better off we are with the algorithm. So you know what? I'm gonna go say thanks for all your input. I really appreciate y'all.
That's basically
Have
what
a
we do.
great night.
Hey, why y'all don't tag me?
Huh?
Why y'all don't tag me? I can have fun too.
Well,
You always have fun.
All you gotta do is look at the comments, Mickey.
Yeah. We'll start tagging you in the future. Don't
All
you
right.
worry. Our next troller, we're gonna give them the
Oh,
Mickle.
we're gonna give them to the Whiskey Whisperer.
We're gonna give them to the Whiskey Mouse.
Yeah.
Whiskey mouse.
The Whiskey Mouse.
All right, guys, let's start wrapping this up because we're at 2 hours. We have any prayer requests for tonight?
We've got birthdays.
Birthdays.
Karen, tomorrow is CJ's birthday.
CJ.
CJ, happy
Karen's
birthday.
birthday is Friday.
Who's that?
Karen.
Karen.
Happy birthday.
And Jules' 19th birthday is Saturday.
My baby girl.
And prayers for Bridget, who is battling cancer.
Yes. Yeah.
And I still have
Sarah and Tinley.
And then Angela.
Mm-hmm.
She's still trying to recruit from having the stroke.
Irvin, his family, his new fiance.
Mm-hmm. And then David at work.
Yeah. I know Daddy had no new growth on his cancer, so he's doing well. So we're just praying that he just keeps surviving and keeps going and have a good sense of humor throughout all this.
Awesome. You have anything, Chris?
Yeah, you have any prayer requests, Chris?
Man,
it's something we do too.
Yeah, it's just something we do. It's something we've been continuing. It's just who we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I really pray for strength and guidance, to be honest with you. You know, I know take me on the path that I'm supposed to be on. That's kind of the way I look at it, man.
Open the doors and give me the courage to move one step at a time forward.
That's it. Yep.
We got Worm. Hudson's not feeling well. And then happy birthday, Emily.
Yeah, Hudson's been having
And Priscilla's saying that I am being asked to give a huge thank you to Mr. Logan from these little, she's with her little cancer patients. And
did you call them pets?
No,
you called them pets.
If that's what I said, I am so sorry. That is not what I
called them cancer pets.
No, patients.
No more poor figures.
That's a bad word.
No. Anyway, for the informative nights, most of the parents have downloaded the app.
Thank y'all so much.
Awesome.
Thank you. You're welcome and thank you.
And currently off topic is saying if he was gay, Chris would be in trouble.
Ooh.
I'm gonna keep moving. Hey, Megan. And then prayer for Hudson and happy birthday, Emily. Okay,
and pray for America.
And pray for America. You're right,
America.
So usually, Chris, we give our guests the floor at this point.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to announce or any topic or
anything up and coming?
Anything up and coming or anything you want to say?
And listen to the Planet app. You know, obviously we have that. Part of that new app now. I have two other stations. One's called Millennium, which is 2000s hits, and it's like pop, hip hop, and dance stuff. We have The Rage, which Seth Thomas is helping me out on a lot, and that's I
love The Rage
station. Yeah, so all that's through the app. Can't mention it now, but man, I got some new podcasts that I'm going to be helping out with.
Okay,
and awesome. I think probably 4 of them are going to be great.
Good,
going to be really great. So be on the lookout for that. You know, if there's anything that I can help anyone with, whether it's marketing or podcasting or music or social media or ideas, you can reach out to me, Chris Logan Media at gmail.com, or just follow me on Facebook and shoot me a message there. And I want to commend you guys for starting this show and staying with it and giving it your best every week, man. That's awesome. Like I love seeing it, dude. I love seeing people giving it a shot and giving it a try and creating their own shows and creating their own content. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because I want to say this. So if you ever think about creating a podcast, hook up with Chris Logan.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, this is a difficult job to do by yourself. But if it wouldn't be for, I say us 5, but it's basically our 4 that started this.
Yeah.
To have this creative atmosphere, this show wouldn't be what it is.
Correct.
Technically, you and James does all the work. I just show up.
Yeah,
but their personalities bring to the show, the concept. It's all a merge. It's a big old gumbo pot with no tomatoes.
Yeah.
And whiskey.
And whiskey.
And the whiskey.
And well,
That's
Y'all got
you know,
whiskey. I got
and it comes
tea.
back. We talked about like radio experience coming into podcasting, and that's even part of what used to build morning show teams, right? Like in putting people together to do a radio morning show. It's like, okay, is this personality going to work with that personality, or what kind of angle you're going to take? And building that team and building those personalities and knowing. I don't want to say what's your job, but knowing what you're supposed to do on the show. I mean, that's huge. And then, also too, when there's chemistry, like with all of you guys, that comes out as well. Like there's some authenticness in what you guys do. You can tell you have chemistry. Y'all can tell nothing is forced and y'all not faking anything. And it's real and authentic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, James, you want to do call to action?
All right, cool, y'all. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, we need you to like, comment, share, subscribe, click all of the buttons. But not only our buttons, we need you to click on Listen to the Planet. Go to your favorite app store, download the app, listen to great music. You have 3 stations. You also have a whole section of podcasts that's going to be growing. So it's a whole entertainment value. Go download the app, try it out, and see what you think. That's how you help us grow and help bringing great guests to this table. So make sure you follow That's Your Show on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, Rumble. And don't forget, we go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can also find us on the Planet app. And while you're there, make sure you check out the Chris Logan Show from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. It is great. I promise you, you're going to enjoy it. If you like us, you're going to love his stuff. Support local media, support local creators, local voices. Pull up a chair, sit on the floor, because no matter where you're watching from, you always got a seat at our table, because that's real shy.
All right. So we hit our final thought for tonight. Tonight wasn't just about radio. It was about a man who keeps moving forward. From radio to podcast to social media to building something, his own social media. Chris Logan never stopped growing. He never stopped learning. He never stopped adapting. But through all the changes, he stayed true to himself. And I think people respect that. Not because he's perfect and not because he has all the answers, because he's real. Tonight's show showed us that success isn't about being the biggest person in the room or the biggest name in the room. It was about showing up, doing the work, and treating people right and leaving things better than the way you found them. And no whether you know Chris Logan or not, or if you know him from the Planet or on his multiple podcasts that he has, or just know him from Chris Logan Media, or if you know him in Acadiana or in Church Point, one thing is clear. People connect with people they trust.
Amen to that.
And people connect with people who are real. And that is Real Chef.
We appreciate it, Chris. Thank you so much for spending your time with us tonight. We had a great time. We usually ask this of all our guests, and most of the time it was off camera, but what do you think?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't mention? I mentioned one thing, dude. Talking about being real. Whenever I didn't, I lost my job for not getting vaccinated, and I wanted to go public with it, and there were a lot of people who were like in the media or who I knew in the media was like, don't do that. You don't want to say that. And there's this guy by the name of Wade Burza, and he was the only guy to walk out of that plane crash, if y'all remember. It was, I forget what the year was when they crashed right near the post office in Lafayette. Remember when they took off? And he's the only person to walk out. And I know Wade. He now lives around the area. And we're just talking about different things. saying different things, and I was like scared. I'm like, man, if I say it, then maybe it won't get hard again and whatever. And he just stopped me and he was like, you don't want to be authentic?
Yeah.
And from that moment on, about 4.5 years ago, I made a decision of kind of like take it or leave it.
Right.
Like I show up in a sales meeting in my t-shirt and shorts. Dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm me.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be anybody else. And it was him saying, so you don't want to be authentic? Damn. You walked out of a burning plane, my boy. Like, okay, all right, I'm listening.
Yeah.
And from then on, it was just kind of about what y'all say, man, being real. And that's it.
He was.
It's true, yeah.
It's true, yeah.
All right, guys. So I guess we'll see y'all guys at 7. And if y'all don't have anything else, we'll leave y'all to that.
Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Thanks,
Central
Chris.
Time. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks,
You've been a
y'all.
rock star, brother.
Peace out,
man.
man.
See y'all. Hope I did okay.
How you did?
Awesome.
All right.
Faith, family, and food, the Cajun Trinity. Bless this house and let the good times be. Raise your glass high, shot past that tray. That's a real shot, and we are live today.